This video is the fourth in a series of how to draw this lady, and today I'll be showing you how to draw her mouth. If you've missed the previous videos, there are links in the description so you can see how I got to this point. To shade her mouth, I'll be using 6 pencils that range from 2H at the hardest all the way up to 6B at the softest. These pencils are quite inexpensive to buy, and I've popped links in the description to show you where you can get them online. Alright, let's get started. Up until now, I've been using small circular motions with the side of the pencil, which works well for drawing smooth skin. I'm still going to start off doing this, but her lips will need a different texture later. For now, I'm just creating a base to work from with the 2H pencil, covering pretty much the whole mouth, apart from this tiny bit which captures her lips. If you've seen the video on drawing her nose, you'll know I'm working from the hardest pencil to the softest, slowly building up the shading in layers. Between each layer, I'll smooth everything out with a blending stump, then repeat the process. Working methodically like this may take longer, but the results are so worth it if you're looking for realism. Just remember when you're blending to follow similar strokes to the pencil you've just put down, and it's totally normal for the pencil to get darker as you blend it out. In time, you'll learn to factor this in, but this is precisely why we're working in layers. If you see a sudden tone change you weren't expecting, you can lighten it first or compensate in the next layer. Onto the HB pencil. I've already covered the really light parts with the 2H, so with this pass I'm looking for areas on the reference photo that are just a step down in tone from the 2H layer. We won't yet see amazing detail coming through, and that's fine. I'm starting to give her a slightly more definite line around her lips. Looking at the reference photo, you can see the shadows created at the top and bottom. It's really just blocking it in though, as opposed to being concerned with the details. Blending time again. Nothing too different to last time, just following the strokes of the pencil. At this point you can see it clearly looks like a mouth, but it's a bit weak with no contrast or detail. That's to be expected. The real magic happens with the softer pencils, so let's break out the B pencil. I'm starting off by going on the base of the lip where her lip is making a shadow. This bit is very dark on the reference photo, as well as the corners of her mouth. That said, all of her lips are pretty dark as she's wearing dark lipstick. I'm not just colouring the whole of her lip black though, I'm still looking at the darks and lights and creating that with the B pencil. A quick blend and I'm going to continue with the 2B. Now I'm getting into the darker pencils, I'm building up those darker values that add both detail and more depth to the drawing. Let's take a minute to talk about drawing teeth. Even perfect, dazzling white teeth still wouldn't be blocks of unshaded areas. Each tooth has a natural curve, and as we know, curves create shadows. Between each tooth you're going to see a natural shadow, and if you see it, there is no reason you shouldn't draw it. The only places you'd expect to find pure white would be small areas of shine where the light catches the teeth. Earlier we were working in circular motions, but now we're adding texture. I'm working in quite prominent curved lines. It's important to follow the direction of the curves from the reference photo, and it will make your drawing three-dimensional and realistic. I want to blend this out in a similar way to before. This will smudge and smooth out those harsh lines I created from the lips and make them look softer. There's still some deeper lines needed to draw all of the texture, but I'll be doing those with a softer pencil. Now onto the 4B pencil, and I'm getting towards the end here. I'm really looking for the darkest parts now. The light in my reference photo is coming from the left, so the darkest shadows are created on the right side of her face, as well as under her bottom lip. Now I'm going to add the lines in the bottom lip and make them a bit more prominent. If there's any areas between the lip lines that should be a bit lighter, I'm just going to go in with my eraser pencil. I find it very easy to be accurate with the eraser pencil, but a standard eraser with the corner cut off would work just fine. Finally, I'm using the 6B pencil just to get in the absolute darkest values. I'm particularly working on the dark gaps between the teeth here, as well as any touch-ups on those lines on the lips. And that's it. Now our lady has a mouth. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, and why not subscribe before watching another video? Doing so supports me making more videos to help you improve your art. Up next, we'll be looking at shading and drawing her skin, and she'll nearly be finished. Happy drawing, guys. I'll see you in the next one.